on the hand.
How'd you get your start?
Maybe
What start?
In movies.
quite continental.
I guess I was discovered.
Hello, I am Prateek and you are listening to Do I Like It, a Quint production where we review anything and everything under the sun. And in this episode, I'll tell you, do I like blonde? In life, things happen. And even if nothing's happening, that's still something happening, right? So on this show, we talk about things that happen. We get an esteemed panel of highly jobless people to answer the million-dollar question. Do I like it? I would want to preface this review by saying that I'm a man. And anything I say about this film or its subject matter would come from a male gaze. I can't help it, but I just can't view this film like a woman would, right? Maybe that's why I kind of liked it. Well, not exactly. I'll explain Armas. But before that, please check out more reviews from our show Do I Like It and other amazing podcasts on our website, thequint.com/podcast, or on your preferred podcast app. Okay, so I'm a sucker for biopics. There's just something about watching an iconic real story come to life on screen. Also, I love stories of broken people. So Andrew Dominik's Blonde was on my watch list for a long time. And right from the trailer, I was hooked. There was so much going on, the framing, the different colors, Ana de Armas looking exactly like Marylin Monroe, everything was going great. Blonde tells the story of Norma Jeane, aka Marylin Monroe, from her childhood all the way to her death in 1962. It talks about her volatile years with her mother, her time with her various partners, and of course her dazzling Hollywood career, filled with all the darkness possible to fit in a 4:3 aspect ratio frame. I really liked how Dominik wanted to separate Marylin from Norma Jeane, her real identity. Maybe that's why Ana de Armas looks and feels ditto like Marylin. But every time she switches to Norma, something just feels weird. Like you don't know the person on screen. Cause, you actually don't. Hum to sirf Marylin ko jante hai na. So right from the beginning, I was looking forward to the treatment given to Norma Jeane's character. Cause that was the more unexplored part out of the two. And that's where the film started going off track. The Norma Jeane character feels like such a bechari that uska har ek accolade, har ek achievement ek saza lagti hai. Something that she must constantly feel sorry for. It feels like everything that we remember Marylin for, every iconic image of hers has a story of abuse and mistreatment. It's like her life had absolutely nothing to celebrate. Now, I'm not saying that these things wouldn't have happened. Early Hollywood has had numerous cases of physical, mental, and sexual abuse of its female stars. But when you show your main lead going through such graphic abuse with no sense of agency, and that too without any sort of redemption, what difference is left between this and like a quote-unquote rape scene from an 80s Hindi film? दोनों ही cases में heroine के साथ harassment हो रहा है, but उसका कोई निष्कर्ष निकल के नहीं आता. And talking about 80s Hindi films, ये कौन सी moral certification दिखा रहा है हमें director? According to this film, anyone who deviates from a conventional two-parent household is painted in bold strokes of sorrow. Norma's mother, who was a single parent, she's sad and goes crazy. Norma, who has had multiple sexual partners, has had an abortion, which probably was forced. She's such a dukhyari actress who isn't happy and dies in the end. It's not even about abortion at this point. उसकी माँ ने बच्चा रखा, she is sad. Norma ने abortion कराया, she is sad. So what is the director trying to say? The messaging of this film is clearly outdated, and hence I can see why a lot of people have problems. But then, why did I say that I liked it? Well, if you somehow sit through the weird messaging, the film isn't that bad. It experiments with different kinds of frame sizes and aspect ratios, as if to say that even if this woman is a film icon, we don't have to necessarily respect the rules of her medium. Same with the use of color. The most romantic scenes with Norma's two polyamorous partners are shot in a muted black and white, sucking all the joy out of such a happy scene. I think puri movie mein this is the only portion where she's actually laughing out loud. Even the long runtime of 2 hours and 46 minutes didn't seem dragged, courtesy of the dynamic use of music and sound design. It gets you bang in the center of the action. Matlab, चाहे दूर से ही कोई किसी को बुला क्यों ना रहा हो, उसकी आवाज़ तुम्हारे कान में एकदम सामने आएगी, almost as if it wants you to feel each and every sound that Norma would have gone through. So, at the risk of overlooking my privilege, I have to say that the cinematic aspects of the film were totally breathtaking. So was Ana de Armas' amazing performance as Norma Jeane. Even when I was squirming at the inhumanity of what was happening to her, I couldn't help but appreciate her performance. The only thing I wasn't fully convinced by was the ditzy, clueless way she spoke, even when she was not Marylin. So, it's possible that they were trying to tell us that she's so consumed by playing a character, even Norma Jeane started sounding like Marylin. So, do I like Blonde? It's a hesitant yes. It is a good movie with problematic messaging, and if one can separate the two, I'd say it would be a nice watch. It checks all the boxes of an art house film, but still it is a breeze to watch through. So I would say you should watch it, but beware that it is not a true story. So tell us, did you like Blonde by DMing us on Instagram at The Quint, and don't forget to check out thequint.com for more groundbreaking reports and videos. This was Prateek, and I'll see you in the next one. Do I Like It is a Quint original podcast hosted by Prateek Lithu, executive produced by Shelly Walia and Ritu Kapoor. Edited and produced by Anjali Palod, written by Prateek Lithu. The episode uses audio from Netflix with theme music from BMG Production Music. You were listening to the Quint's podcast.